Make sure the YouTube thumbnail is up to proper. Actually, still not loading just yet. Twitch is online. Looks like OBS is a little bit bugged out. It says both are offline, but yet both are not offline. It says I'm trouble upload rate? No, upload rate seems good. There we go. And there we go. Yep, everything seems good to go. Not graphics. Though, let's see, show player colors. Too bad that doesn't work in replays. I know I've seen videos where players are all different colors, but it doesn't seem like that works in replays. It's always a bit annoying to me. It can be a bit hard to tell. Oh well. Cancel multiplayer game history. Is this the one I just finished? I think so. Yeah, that one I finished. So we'll go ahead and delete that one. And yep, this should be good to go. Let's start off a 2v2 this morning. Also, I need to turn on my one of my lights. Best to do, honestly, just best to do any sort of streaming not in the dark. It's best to do in light, especially with some of the games like Roulette 3. Even though I don't get epileptic seizures, I do get what appears to be like epileptic headaches sometimes. So let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Goes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the US player, we have Death Machine. Spawn as teammate, oh finally finally the color thing gets fixed. I don't know why, I just had trouble displaying some people's other colors. We have GSOSG. Gorsuch? It's definitely like, what's a term where it's like radar, where you can spell a word both forward and backwards, if that makes any sort of sense. By the way, as an opponent, we do have a unknown name for name, and their as the Wehrmacht player, and as the Panzer Elite player, we have 7692934284178 A very descriptive name. Pioneers pushing the way forward. No, not pioneers, engineers. Perhaps eyeing to capture up this VP or going straight for the fuel point. Ah, wiring off some of this stuff. This is the Wehrmacht player going for 2 Pioneers into probably, could be either Volksgrenadier, it could be MG42. And Schimwagen as well. It is Schimwagen. Any of them are a good possibility this time. Scope rifles push towards the central strategic point. The HQ command truck looks like it has a speed governors upgrade. Speed governors? Sorry. Stupid puns. Oh, wait. Of course, that does, of course, block off that trench entirely, though he does cut one of the wire, because in this game you don't need hazard removal packages to cut wire, or minesweepers. Schimwagen's pushing his way heavily as well. Got the scope rifles also here in the region, and now we got the HQ command truck fire for the Brits, ramming the building. And what is this? Oh, that's a Sport Weapons Center. Wait, why would he rush forward like that? Yeah, this actually may be a map hacker. Because there's no reason why you should rush forward a Schimwagen like that. Unless you have prior experience of playing against this person deploying out snipers. But I've casted him quite a bit recently, and this is the first time I've seen him go for Support Weapons Center first, so I don't think that's a possibility either. And that seems relatively blatant. Let's switch over to his camera. Fog of War, taskbar. Okay, there's no track camera button like in Caballero 2. Of course, that's lit up because it's areas they've been to once before. They, of course, do see the truck there. And here, a Wehrmacht sniper, sounds like. Yep.
One shot. One kill.
But yeah, there's no way to view the camera mode of their opponents. Let's go and turn back off the fog of war. Keep an eye on that some infantry sections. We got the command truck pushes his way forward as well. I don't know why. I switch on the player colors. It seems like that's more of a blood red than normal. But either way, you do have the command truck pushing his way forward. Kale, of course, can't crush anything. In fact, let's switch over to the brick player for a moment, because if you notice as well, that is his command truck. He has not even deployed a lieutenant just yet. He has quite a bit of manpower stored on up, so maybe it's going to deploy out a Churchill. And this intersection squad needs to fall back. He's going way too far in. There's prone to being wiped at this moment. It didn't even try retreating back. Trying to go with it. There we go. It does use deploy marksman with the scope rifle squad picking him off, but he does lose the intersection return, which I believe is a more expensive investment. And at that point, the investment is probably the right term for it. Infantry half-tracks falling on back. The scope rifle squad's patrolling as well.
Forward supply lines are broken.
And he has deployed out his forward command truck on this fuel point here, so maybe eyeing for more of a mechanized play for now on. Perhaps eye for some Stuarts? No, he's pretty far away from fuel to get out the next truck, right? Going for another intersection. Needs to get a lieutenant as well before going for the,
We're losing
what's it
the
called?
munitions sector.
The infantry support command. But he could save up 2 command points, go for an early Churchill. Not so sure what he exactly should go for. Sniper's pushing way forward, does find one of the 30 cals. And the Allies, even though they'd pick off a sniper, with the Brits' massive truck play, I don't know how to describe it, and the US player not going for a Barrack rifleman until now, the Allies are a bit far behind on a frontline effort. What they do now will make critical differences, because the US players can need some riflemen out now. They need more intersection for a frontline. Another sniper has been deployed on out. Lieutenant is being deployed out as well. Scope rifles retreating back to the command truck. So perhaps use designated marksman on the sniper. And here comes the sniper. There are now 2 Wehrmacht snipers out in the field. And with the snipers in this position, he is going to have a huge trouble because he's need to run around with the intersections trying to avoid sniper fire. Staying behind this light cover here will prevent them from sort of running around a bit away from the snipers, allow them to deal with the infantry half-track. They did throw a sniper shot into the truck itself, which is completely worthless. 30 cal is set on up, can be used for the armor-piercing rounds. Looks like they didn't actually use that. Snipers are still throwing shots, actually, into the 30 cal. Hopefully he's getting some reinforcements there. Jeeps coming for a nice flank there onto the Wehrmacht snipers. But they does have to worry about the Panzer truck back here. But we've got this truck now being the infantry half trucks trying to pursue it, getting some great damage upon the retreat path. We got a pair of Pioneers here, which can do some damage to the Jeep. Trying to go for some ghost tank traps. Does get one of the snipers gunned down. And perfect. That's exactly what the Brit player needs and the US player needs getting back to this game. Getting both those snipers gives them a massive amount of breathing room. Where's the US sniper, out of curiosity? That's a 30 cal in a position right there. The US sniper may have went down in one of those engagements. Probably due to that infantry half-track. Jeep does roll some misses. There's an opportunity from the drive on out of there, thanks to that road. Infantry half-track still in pursuit, but does get taken out by the Flak Irving. Scope rifles making their advance. Lieutenant has captured a central part of the map. We got a recon element, so it's going for triple scope rifles. Very nice.
area is ours.
I need to know the exact effects of these upgrades. Based on what I've read, the scope rifles actually reduces either damage or target size. Like, I think it may make them a little bit weaker, but the ability to sprint out of territory is all very important, to say the least. And designated marksman, deploy designated marksman can be very good, especially if you go for Royal Engineers in order with the increased munitions and comes, you can just start spamming that out. Flamer's pushing his way forward. He needs to retreat back. He's trying to go for another designated marksman onto this scope. On this does get the Flamer squad, but he may lose the scope rifles in turn. But no, he actually rotated his fire to the other squad. 30 Cal's making his way forward. Do we see? Actually, we haven't seen any riflemen. I know he had something queuing up there that must have been purely meant for that Jeep. He built the barracks not to get out riflemen, as I thought earlier, but he built it solely for the Jeep that's take on those snipers, and in which he was pretty successful, and now he's deployed out another Jeep in order to rush down the sniper once again. Does have it spotted there, is not in any sort of cover, now it's in cover. Having trouble with the targeting. Jeep still has plenty of health at the moment. 30 Cal does take out the Engineer, or Pioneer, but was not upgraded. The sniper is behind heavy cover, which is going to be very important, and good Panzerfaust sit there to stop the sniper from going down. Right now, the Allies' field control is quite good, thanks to those Engineers capturing up multiple points. And now we got the 30 cal will get flanked by the Schimwagen. Down south, we got the 3 scope rifles, perhaps going to just blob them forward in order to charge down the snipers. That's spawning with snipers both in Company Wars 1 and not in Company Wars 1, and Company Wars 2, and like the Company Wars 1, that it forces your opponent to blob just to run it down more successfully.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
Designated marksman has been deployed on the MG42. No, that's a captured 30 cal actually. And does completely wipe out the 30 cal inside the garrison. This scope rifle squad is still in the region. The Pioneer's relatively safe for the time being from more designated marksmen. He's spending a lot of munitions on it, and he's being pretty successful, so I can't say it's a bad thing for him to deploy all the designated marksmen. Panzer Grenadiers are now getting suppressed.
German forces are trying to overrun one of our sectors.
I sure does something. I forgot to turn off my heater, so now it is the fans blowing. So after this game, I will turn off that heater so we don't hear the fan background. Not sure how much you guys can hear the fan background. In actuality, once more people get on, I may just ask them or review it quickly between the game. Stu has been deployed on now, a good anti-infantry tool, especially against those scope rifles. And I just realized something. I was not paying attention. This Panzerfaust have been deployed on out into this base. Does get some suppression here, and of course the scope rifles cannot use a retreat command to recover the suppression because he's in the wrong base. 30 cal here, getting some great damage down this Panzerfaust squad. He's gone for full Panzerfaust assault into this base. Now the Stus are in the area as well. We do have a tank depot here, which may be deploying out either probably M10 or Hellcat. Let's go for the US player for the time being. We do have an M10. It's going to be very important to deal with a Stu. They still have the Tommies need to start engaging these Panzerfaust as soon as possible because he's going to spawn out on this side and he's going to get hit quite significantly. But no, he does lose the tank depot entirely. 30 cal will not be used armor-piercing rounds on the rear armor of a Stu. At least I don't think he'll be able to penetrate you. We've also some sappers here. Let's switch over to the Brit. He is not upgrading Piets at the moment. He doesn't have enough munitions. We've got Commando gliders coming on in, as well as a big assault over here, getting forced back by the Commandos. Stu is starting to put some rounds into this support weapon center. Doesn't have a tank depot nor a motorized depot. Let's switch over to the US player. he needs to deploy out Doctrine to bring out some anti-tank asset. It may be a good idea to select infantry and bring out some Rangers. He's deploying out a Rifleman squad. Sticky bombs are now on the queue. And does get some PS now deployed on now, getting some good rear armor hits there. Looks like he's going to try to... He will destroy the barracks before he gets the sticky bomb research. Another Piet has pen. We got Vet 2, so now he does have the Pinto mounts. And a lieutenant is in the region to help support the sappers. Missed there. No landmines retreat path. You know there's explosion mark that applies from the map itself. Does get a hit there and does get suppression there with the Pinto mount. Ooh, and there goes the HQ command truck. I have not really been paying attention. This has been a very, very chaotic game. Sure, capture clearing station does go down. Scope rifles falling back. Is there any truck for the Brits? Those are 30 cows. I don't see any truck for the Brits at the moment. So he cannot deploy out sappers. No, wait. He lost that truck as well. He had that truck available. So he lost both of his trucks. Scope rifles making their advance. And now he could do double deploy designated marksman, but he does not have enough munitions for it. And his teammates, True Center, if he even had one, was cleaned up. Stu is being repaired on up. And we got 80 Hetzer, so we got Blitzkrieg and Tank Destroyer versus Commandos and something by the US player. Armor Doctrine. So all players have selected their Doctrine. Ooh, that was a pretty big hit on his own Volksgrenadiers. Gets a really good hit there on the sappers. Commandos have not been reinforced either. He did not have a command truck at the time. Let's switch over. Okay, we've got an M10 deployed out on the field. Let's switch over back to the Brits. I'm a bit curious what he has available. He can bring out some tech trucks, which I don't think that's going to be useful. I don't think there's ever a time where tech trucks could be really useful multiplayer. Good hits there onto that scope rifles. These scope rifles are falling back as well. It does destroy the carcass there, so it's unable to salvage the glider. Does roll a miss there onto the scope rifle squad. This scope rifle squad is still in the region. Does use the designated marksman on that Pioneer, wiping him out.
Germans are seizing territory from us.
Stu pushes his way forward. He does have Vet 3 tanks for the Wehrmacht player, and the infantry half track is still advancing. There's 2 squads left back of it. One has a Panzerstreck. The M10 is, of course, way outnumbered versus these forces. Rifleman squad is advancing. He does not have sticky bombs because I don't think he's rebuilt that barracks yet. Stu and infantry half tracks are running around. This Hetzer is now being collapsed, run down by the M10. The M10 still has full health. Hetzer is quite wounded. Panzerstreck does get a nice hit there, and does fire the wrong angle. Second M10 has been deployed out, and that one's severely wounded. Does utilize Allied War Machine right there. And main gun destroyed there on the M10s. This one is one shot away from death, and that main gun destroyed one does go out of control. This one does go out of control as well. You will recover both of them. Volksgrenadiers and Pioneers in this region. And now the scope rifles are making their advance. Lots of scope rifles in this region. The Volksgrenadiers are behind heavy cover there, but this is way too much firepower. Over on the left side, we've got the Piets here versus the Panzerstrecks. Does get a direct hit there on the Kettengrad with the Piet. Next shot does connect with the Kettengrad as well. That one looked like a miss, but I think the AoE splash killed it. Scope rifles making their advance. There's some potential good opportunity here. A lot of Panzerschrecks in this region. He's definitely going to go for the mass Panzerschreck spam because he now get 2 Panzerschrecks per Panzergrenadier. Oh, that's double stew, not double white. Last scope rifle squad will escape on out there. And we do have the HQ command truck right here. Another glider has been deployed now. It's not a Tetrarch glider. It is just like another commando glider. He has 1 scope rifle squad remaining. The lieutenant's still alive. But he got out the commando squad in order to get a better replacement than the infrasection. Infrasections are what? 450? Commandos are 560. If you're going to get a replacement, might as well pay the premium for more of a premium squad. Panzergrenadiers are deploying out some landmines. That's telemines, I should say. Sometimes it takes my mind a moment to click, realizing those are telemines. Good Piets hit there. Stews are making their advance. And he's charging on forward. The M10s are way over here. The M10's starting to rotate around. We do have a Panzerschreck half-track and the Hetzer in this region, but being slowed down by the infantry. Does get slowed down by the terrain as well. And great hits there onto that Panzerschreck squad. Stews are now trying to blitzkrieg down the US HQ for some odd reason. He's not going to get the kill on the US player. Sapper squad does get hit significantly, does utilize the blitzkrieg. Flamers are in the region as well, but the M10s... Oh, one of them goes down to the infantry half-track. Does use Allied War Machine. I see an M10 out on the field. So he does go ahead and get that replaced. He's going for a crush here. It's almost down anyways. And this could be a great crush, getting multiple kills there. Stews are starting to make their withdrawal. Does get a full squad wipe there. And half-track and the M10 does go down, but the Allied War Machine did wear off. Now the commandos have been hit with the Panzerschreck. And that is a triple defense Panzergrenadier. 30 cals try and push his way forward. Panzerschreck does roll a miss there. The Stew is going to be pursued by this M10. This one still has plenty of help. Best prioritized fire in this one. Good hit there on the Stew, but even a direct hit like that doesn't do a whole lot of damage. And does get the kill there on the Stew. This one does have its rear armor exposed, but the M10 does have to be worried about any Panzerschrecks. Scope Rifle Squad is capturing up this VP, and the Stews come say hi. And they're pretty stacked up right here. A well-placed Stew shot could get the squad wipe, but looks like they're not actually fighting. Oh, hitting the commando. Scope Rifle Squad getting forced back by the MP40s, and good crush there on one of the commando models. Does throw a grenade there. Doesn't get the squad wipe. He does retreat in time. Does roll a bounce there, and it gets one kill upon retreat. With the amount of, I should say not the amount, but the lack of riflemen is what's making these Panzerschrecks so deadly. He's unable to just pull out his own riflemen just to charge down those Panzergrenadiers. So these Panzergrenadiers or Panzerschrecks are able to walk around a free reign without really any designated anti-infantry asset out on the field. Though the commandos could engage them, there just haven't been any good engagements with them. Pit squad's still back here. And he can deploy glider HQs. Don't see any deployed just yet. Not many people actually go for glider HQs. Which of course grants some access to mortars, Piet commandos, which are cheaper than sappers, and which are also cheaper and munitions-wise as well. And what else? Machine guns from Vickers, which is not going to be really important. But the Piet commandos could be very important at this moment in time. Do they come out with 1 or 2 Piets? I honestly don't know.
Germans have penetrated the lines. They are trying to take a second.
Patrick could potentially get a shot there, but was trying to interrupt the Teller mine. Not sure if he realized he's actually deploying Telemine there or not. Piets do split the fire on the Pioneers and on the Stu. We do have a Teller mine there. That's not a Wehrmacht landmine. And some sort of big explosion right there suppressed the commandos. Getting some good hits there. Commandos will need to fall back, and here comes... Is that a Tetrarch? A Tetrarch is actually being deployed in and out. Here comes a Tetrarch with no, like, border around the unit. Immediately being upgraded with the Little Boy adapter. I think that's what's called, Little Boy adapter. It is a very mobile tank compared even to the Stuart, but does miss that Teller mine. Over here, the M10's making that advance. We do have a Panther out by the Panzer Leaf player. This other Panther's right there as well. Does use Allied War Machine. One goes out of control, the other one is dead, basically. To the Hetzer. Glider does go down. Let's take a quick look at what the Tetrarch is. And the Kettengrad does go down. Does get some good pens there. I'm also not exactly sure how effective the Tetrarch is. I just assume it just arrives too late. That's why most people don't go for it. Because you can get out of Stuart quicker than you can get out of Tetrarch. So let's see how well this Tetrarch does versus Panthers. Yeah, it's not going to do a whole too much. Though it can do quite reasonably well versus the Stu, since they're not exactly anti-vehicle asset. Good hit there by the Stu. The scope rifles will need to fall back. Tetrarch's right there. And now got a line of M10s now pushing its way forward. US player starting to get his armor rolling. His Allied War Machine, I guess you could say, in full production. Does need to get the decoy battery sooner rather than later, because he does have a bit of munitions stored up and might as well start spending it that way. Good smoke round there, but the commandos do fall back. Said enemy unit may have been knocked out. Not sure what may have went knocked out, but we got multiple booby traps deployed out by the commandos. M10's now charging forward. The Tetrarch is back here, needs repairs. Hetzer getting encircled, or circling. Panthers coming to respawn. Good hits there on the M10s. No telemines over in that direction. And the Panthers coming to respawn. He's trying to rush down some of these units.
A fuel point is being seized. Reporting they have destroyed a German
Panther trying to get into range. And does get a good rear armor hit there. And these M10s, those are going to use Allied War Machine and just engage. Damage engine on one, and no artillery from the commando player yet. Though I think he may have enough command points for it. On the left side, we do have the Stu's now streaming on in once again. I missed that again. This map is gone crazy. And it looks like this Stu does get cleaned up by the Piets. Or by... Nope, it was actually by the Tetrarch. Does it start to destroy some of these carcasses, or it just rolls a miss on the engineers? That's a glider. Captain, I'm trying to think, where's the vehicle? And I see the booby trap, not realizing the whole glider right there. I swear, my mind misses some of these gigantic things in front of me. Does use some smoke grenades there, very nice. I can help him capture up that point. Lieutenant is still severely wounded. I don't think he's actually rebuilt a triage center this entire game. He does have access, still has autonomy out, so he can rebuild it. US Sniper does fall back. Tellermine still goes unswept. Now there's a Tiger tank on the high ground. That's something the Commandos do not want to run forwards towards, but they'll run forward towards it nonetheless. Okay, some multiple deadly hits there because it is a Vet 3. Supported by now Panzer 4. Great hits there. Ooh, and there's the demolition charge there, wiping out that squad.
Jerry has 300 points.
Panzer 4 is definitely a good option to help support against M10s and hit the infantry as well.
Victory point is ours!
Losing a victory point. I say again, we are losing a victory point.
Panther Veterancy 2, Panther Veterancy 1. Commandos are trying to capture those points. They're doing reasonably well. The tickets are in favor of the Axis players by a small margin. Never shrinking margin. We got decoy barrage now coming on in. It's free. Might as well just spam it out. Ooh, and one of the US snipers does get crushed there.
German forces are trying to take effective.
As for Tiger Tank and Panthers all in the region, 3 M10s in the region. It's not really a whole lot to deal with this much heavy cat.
I say again, we are losing a destroyed a German target.
Pioneer's getting hit by that sniper that's also severely wounded. We do have the Panzer Grenadiers pushing his way forward. They are, of course, Panzerstruck equipped, so the M10s do have to keep their distance. So US Sniper does get a good hit there. Does fire 2 shots there, severely wounding one of them. And Tiger Tank will make his advance, trying to gauge these M10s. Good hits there onto the Tiger Tank as well. Multiple shots into this infantry. The most doing a good job absorbing shots, but that's about it. M10's starting to push this way forward as well. Jose has 4 M10s now deployed, but one of them's now receiving quite a bit of fire there. Main need to use Allied War Machine. Gonna keep the other one in the mix as well. We're just splitting his fire. The other two's gonna be charging forward as well, but there's just too many heavy cats in the region. He needs the Brit to start deploying out a lot of Fireflies, because right now there's 2 Panthers, a Tiger Tank, Hetzer, Panzer 4. That's a little bit too much for just an M10 spam. And now Allied War Machine has been consumed. Main gun destroyed, and now fully out of control. He may try and be able to save one. Now this Panther's at Veterancy 3. The other one's at Veterancy 2. Main gun or engine destroyed. M10's charge on forward once more. This stuff is all still quite healthy. He should have charged towards the Panthers. Got a fresh M10 here as well. Blitzkrieg has been activated. See, the Commando player has a lot of units next to his teammates HQ. Another M10 does go down. This M10's pushed his way forward as well. The Panthers coming in to support these forces as well. This Panther's almost dead. Global repairs have been activated. Does get a kill there on that squad, just leaving this one M10 remaining. This one's being global repairs, pushes his way forward as well. Does avoid that Panther when he's engaged that Panther of all targets. This one will be falling on back in time. Pete's pushes his way forward. May find a couple shots there onto the Panther. Does roll in. Actually does get destroyed engine crack with the AoE splash. Now here comes the artillery coming off the base. It may have been up here. Bergen-Tiga has been deployed, getting some good hits there onto the Bergen-Tiga. And it will go down. Another Panther goes down as well. Tiger Tank is severely wounded. Over here, we got the Commandos. Does get cleaned up there. And good hits on these forces. Does take the lieutenant out there. Tiger Tank does have some engine damage. Heard something explode over here. Not sure what it was. Looks like it's the Tetrarch. ATK on the flank saved the Panzer 4, potentially going down to the Tetrarch. Panzer charging forward is a Vet 3 Panther. And this M10 will go down.
Territory out of supply.
More commandos being deployed on out. This one does get wiped out as well.
HQ's at
The US player does
200
not
points
have
in top.
triage centers. I'm not sure why he's using this area for reinforcements. He's able to reinforce from there. Am I mistaken? Maybe it's bugged out?
They have destroyed a German target.
Yeah, Panther has been pulled on out. Commandos are falling on back as well. He has 2 squads of commandos. There is, for those who are now watching the stream, there is likelihood there was a map hack. That the Wehrmacht player is a map hacker. Hello! But yep, the Panzer IV is receiving a bit of fire there, but decoy barrage has been activated, regular barrage has been activated. The regular barrage is coming on in the Tiger tank. Yep, I'm more than welcome to cast more and more company heroes. Panzer IV will stay alive, and this game, yeah, based on what I've seen at least in the early game, strong likelihood this Wehrmacht player was map hacking. Panzer Command deploying out, I think, something else as well. With the Manpower Blitz, he's able to pull out a lot of Panzer IVs, should be able to engage any target, and with the lack of M10s or Fireflies, the Commando player should have rotated towards more Fireflies or sooner, but looks like the Allies players are backing out of the game. Yep, based on the beginning of the game, there's highly likely it was a map hack. What happened at the beginning of the game was he deployed a Schimmwagen and immediately charged over here, somehow predicting that he's gone for support weapon center with snipers. Yeah, it was likely a map hack. But either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And let's go and delete that one. And let's go. I've cast quite a bit of replays of him. Let's just switch to another player. Oh, there's another one from him. And oh yeah, this one was, I believe, submitted into me by, not sure by who it was. I forgot to look up their name. But either way, let's go have some fun. Greetings everyone, Angrade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the south side as the US player. We have Alfred Jodocus Kak. I don't know how close enough. Spawn on the north side as the Wehrmacht player. We have Level Take. And I believe this, I know I downloaded a replay that was submitted by a user to my Gmail. You can see, if you are watching on YouTube, you can see it down in the description. But I forgot to look it up who was actually the one who sent it in. But either way, this should be a very fun game, hopefully. Pioneers going around to left and right, not big surprise. This is of course the cutoff point and going for the munitions point. Over here we of course have 2 engineers going for not the cutoff point, but perhaps eyeing for this munitions point, and just going for the safe fuel. Rifleman squad being deployed on out. Oh, I'm dropping. Feels like my game's sort of stuttering a bit. Oh, on the left side, we do have the first rifleman squad deployed on out. We've got an MG42 push his way forward as well. And the Pioneers are receiving a bit of fire by the Engineers. And the Engineers don't seem like they've took a single point of damage just yet. Probably thinks of that heavy cover there, but now we do have the munitions point being captured on up. He will be able to secure. Oh, it's actually getting pretty close. But it does capture the munitions point there, but a little bit aggressive for a point that's not going to remain in his hand for all too long. Rifleman squad making its advance. MG42 does find a burst there on the rifleman motorcycle, not Schimmwagen, has been deployed on now, going to be pursuing the rifleman as well. And the rifleman squad, of course, falls back because getting suppressed, getting gunned down. Yeah, just best retreat. Jeep is pushing his way forward, ready to engage the motorcycle at close range. Jeep will likely get forced back. He's also diverting his fire towards the Pioneer, though he's pretty wounded. He won't be able to win the engagement, though the motorcycle's not getting any good shots off right at the moment. Pioneer does, of course, get forced back. He's going to be charging forward as well. He's unlikely going to get the kill on the Pioneer, nor is it worth the risk to wipe the Pioneer. But he's going in deep. He's going to go for the Pioneer. The Jeep will manage to escape on out of there. MG42 making its advance. We do got this engineer severely wounded making its advance as well. Motorcycle could be getting some good shots there on the rifleman. They're trying to capture the munitions point. And the MG42 set up in a forward position, trying to eye this area from being flanked or captured up. Mix of both, probably. Jeep has been fully repaired by the engineers. At this point, it will now be captured up by the riflemen. MG42 rotating over here. And the Jeep here. Maybe he's trying to hide as a sniper. That's a Volksgrenadier, not a sniper in there, so we don't have to worry about a quick sniper pick there. And the motorcycle's making his advance, trying to engage this Jeep. Though both of them are a little bit wounded, but the fight could go either way. The MG42 is advancing. There is a Wehrmacht landmine here, which could kill off the Jeep.
They're losing territory.
Now a bit of a duel here. Looks like the Jeep is going to win out. It looks like the motorcycle got caught on reload animation for a bit of time. Volksgrenadier is making his advance. We may see... He does fall back with the Jeep. Over on the left side, we've got the Pioneers push way forward. Riflemen should be able to force him back, but we've got the MG42 also very, very far forward. This point is decaptured, however, he is not cut off. This point is actually secured, so he's not losing any income at the moment. MG42 does not suppress the rifleman squad in time. Pioneer motorcycle, however, is still in the region, so probably won't be able to displace the MG42 anytime soon. Is he going for frag research? No frag research, no sticky bombs, no research at the moment. And he will pop inside this garrison here. These two windows are not hard points from the fire from. And the rifleman squads do manage to force back those squads. The MG42 actually rotated into this building, and now the Pioneer's trying to push his way forward. Being upgraded Flamer now, and the Jeep is in the region as well, knocking around the MG42. Engineer's going to be eyeing the hop inside the building. Does stop the MG42 from getting inside the building as well. Though honestly, letting him go inside the building would have been a good idea. It's potentially a good way to get him a wipe. Rifleman charging forward, trying to capture this strategic point, the cutoff point. Oh, that's a lot of dead rifleman squad. Those wounded squads just got ripped apart. He does wipe out the entire squad there with the MG with the motorcycle. Very, very nice. And he won't be able to secure up the cutoff point with the MG42 in the region. Motorcycle still in the region, but we're receiving a lot of flamer fire. Motorcycle falling on back, see a bit of fire there. Over here, we do have the rifleman squad pushed way too far forward and falls back as well. MG42 has been decrewed, has been claimed. Could have potentially kept the three-man rifleman squad in the region until he actually fully retreats back to the MG42, but decides to fall back both those squads. Jeep is severely wounded, but will manage to escape on out of there. Rifleman squad advancing. Volksgrenadier maybe trying to eye-gauge that Jeep. but they were not going to be successful. Motorcycle's advancing, severely wounded. I don't know why, it seems like he's actually focused firing the motorcycle. I thought at first it was a sticky grenade, but got stun grenades here. Oof. So we have seen the what Doctor's gone for. Blitzkrieg is what gives access to the stun grenades, if I remember correctly.
We're back to full strength.
Wehrmacht sniper charging forward.
Push back home.
Seems like it's moving a little bit faster than I usually remember. Probably because I'm used to seeing them camouflage.
New recruits in. We're back to full strength. Get the piss pounded out.
Wehrmacht sniper does get a good kill there. And the thing is, even though this cutoff point has been decaptured the entire time, this point being captured allowed him not to be cut off. Ooh, Panzerfaust does connect with the Jeep, taking it out, and both the sniper and the Volkswagen are falling on back. MG42 falling back a little bit to some heavy cover. And now the engineers and riflemen making their advance. Now there is this Wehrmacht landmine we've seen earlier in the game, and it will not be found. Motorcycle severely wounded. And the motorcycle does get gunned down there by the captured MG42. The captured MG42 could be quite useful. Perhaps hold it, set it up in some of this light cover around here to make sure the central VP doesn't get decaptured, or perhaps throw inside this garrison here to keep this munitions point. The landmine will be found. Though, oh, he doesn't have a triage center just yet. He may deploy out one now. We do have a Greyhound being deployed. He may not going for a triage center just yet because he needs more manpower and he probably wants reinforcements. With his opponent's forces back at home, it would give him quite some time in order to capture up multiple points. Wehrmacht sniper does claim his 6th kill there. Riflemen are trying to capture this fuel point. They do fall back, trying to avoid any additional casualties.
The Germans are taking one of our points.
And he actually has deployed out the triage center before sending his forces out again. Greyhound has been deployed, does have access to the, or has upgraded with the armor skirts. He may be trying to go for a Panzerfaust. 50 cal's almost upgraded. He's trying to stop the fuel point from being captured, which he is being successful. Pack 30 does get a good hit there. And the next shot comes off, does connect. Panzerfaust firing. And does lose the Greyhound to the Panzerfaust with the AT gun. Wehrmacht sniper here. He held off on finding the Panzerfaust until later, until his Pack 38 rolled up. Because getting that first shot there, long enough time to get a second shot off there, allowed him to kill off the enemy quickly, rather than when he got hit by the first one, perhaps run away immediately. Sniper trying to be ran down by the rifleman. He does get a kill there.
They're taking one of our points.
And the rifleman squad does fall back. Over here, Pack 38, very, very far away, just trying to move it away from the front line, since it doesn't have any more targets for the time being. And for the extended time being, because that was an early Greyhound. Second Greyhound's on its way now. Grenadier squad making his advance, eyeing for some light cover. Rifleman squad is falling on back. And we've got quite a bit of wire here deployed out by the Wehrmacht player. Over here, MG squad does fall back. This MG has been deployed on out as well. Does get some great suppression there. Does manage to throw a stick grenade in time. Doesn't get the squad wipe with the Volksgrenadiers advancing as well. Very likely there's going to be a squad wipe. Armor skirts have not fully been built yet, so he is a bit vulnerable to rifle fire. MG42 has been reclaimed. Armor skirts has been deployed now. Pak-38 has been spotted by the riflemen and flamer engineers. So he's going to have to use a mass Panzerfaust to take out the Greyhound.
Enemy unit down.
And the Pak-38 does get decrewed in time before a super shot gets fired. Multiple hits there onto the Greyhound now. This one's trying to go for the finishing blow there with the Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust is firing. And there, oh, main gun destroyed. Some rifle fire could potentially take it out, especially if it hits the rear armor. And gunner killed. That's not the right pen crit there. Does he get the kill? He's hitting the engineer, not the Greyhound, but no, he does not get the kill there. The rifleman, however, may go down, will go down.
The Axis are capturing a sector.
Ooh, some defensive landmines. I like to see defensive landmines. You never know when they become handy. Let's use some medical crates or medical kits there on the MG42. Very wounded, have to no veterancy.
We have territory cut
Does he have any veterancy in any of his squads? Not on infantry either, so no veterancy at the moment. We do have some sort of level of veterancy, likely for infantry. Yes, just got completed there.
Yeah, ready for another beating? Combat support ready to roll out.
Greyhound fully repaired.
Ready to go.
Now that's a kill count. 7 buildings destroyed already. Oh, there was actually a +1 experience there. Not sure what it was. There is a Wehrmacht landmine there. The engineers will find it the hard way. So needs to fall back for that squad as well. Way, way too wounded in order to go into combat. Rifleman squad are seeing a bit of fire there. Grenadiers are behind light cover as well. Pack gun's making his advance. The other pack gun is still very much alive. We'll leave a perfectly good gun right there. The Grenadiers themselves are actually quite wounded. Greyhound's making his advance. There he does find a
going after our point.
7-10 split of landmines and throws it right down the middle. The MG42 is quite wounded as well. It also has a bit of a backdrop, so eventually could get splashed down quite easily.
We're losing a fuel sector.
And the 50 cal should be able to finish that off. And does get the wipe there on that squad, but he can reclaim the gun. Off-map power shoot raining on top of Krieg's barracks. Let's switch over to the Wehrmacht fire since we now know what doctrine he's gone for. And we've got Blitzkrieg over here as well. So it's like he's going to go straight for the manpower blitz. Though he has actually used quite a bit of munitions there. Oh, probably because of all the Panzerfausts. Greyhound severely wounded. It's anything... Pak-38. Oh! Oh, I was going to say that he could probably take it out with the pack gun, but I forgot about the landmine. He does take it off the landmine, so it's best that it gets killed then and there, because likely that landmine wouldn't be useful any other time, but... Bit of a waste, but might as well better get it killed rather than rely on getting a crit and then not getting the kill. More Wehrmacht wired, but he's using the engineers to cut them now. Actually, he's deploying out a landmine? I see the landmine symbol there, but no, I think he's cutting it. I'm actually not exactly sure what they're doing. There we go, that was cut. It's just that there's a bit of an animation bug with the landmine at the feet. That seems like a really good time for a grenade. Nope, he does not throw a grenade. We got MG42 suppressing down the rifleman. Over here, the Greyhound's making his advance. And he does force back the Volksgrenadiers.
We can now blitz our resources.
Manpower Blitz is now available. He may want to eye getting some observation posts on some munitions points to get more munitions blitz. Not munitions blitz, manpower blitz. Good hits there onto the Grenadiers.
We're losing territory.
And looks like these engineers do fall back. Riflemen charging on forward. We do have a Vet 1 engineer taking the lead. Perhaps maybe eyeing to encircle that building. The third Greyhound has employed on out. And he also knows what Doctrine's opponent has gone for with the off-map powered shoot. He has made his Doctrine known as well with the stun grenades as well.
We're losing territory.
Which we haven't seen a whole lot, but there's not really a whole many situations where we really want to use them. Though Volksgrenadiers are pretty good with them, seeming to get one extra grenade as opposed to Grenadiers.
Where do you want us?
We do have a Sturm armored has been deployed, eyeing for some armored cars just to get some anti-infantry support. Since the amount of Greyhounds he's killed, it's relatively safe for him. Oh, I suppose there's still another Greyhound deployed on the field. He may be eyeing actually that could have actually been for a 50mm. Though he actually does have plenty of AT, so perhaps not. He has two Volksgrenadiers, two regular Grenadiers. Armored cars have been deployed out, likely meant to hit the infantry and not meant for a 50mm. That tree absorbed the Panzerstruck shot, and some of these Volksgrenadiers are getting quite wounded. Flamer pushes his way forward. That is a Vet 1 Flamer. And he does fall back to both the Volksgrenadiers. Grenadiers are going to stay in the area. Pak-38 rotates gun around, trying to hit that Greyhound. And it looks like the engineers will manage to overrun the MG42, even though they walked right in front of the gun. Does roll a miss there with the AT gun, and rolls a miss there with the Panzerstruck as well. So he needs to fall back to Grenadier. He's about ready to lose it. He will lose it. Pak-38 receiving quite a bit of fire now. Maybe it's a good idea now to upgrade the armor car to a 50mm because he's throwing everything away right here. Has dropped the Panzerstruck. He needs to pick up that Panzerstruck. Armor car is trying to charge him forward, trying to get that sniper. He may get it. And looks like the Panzerstruck has been claimed by the Bar Rifleman. Her target destroyer, he may have gotten that sniper. Don't see the sniper alive anymore. And going straight for the Rifleman since he knows he can't stay alive. Does take out that Rifleman squad there. There go, main gun destroyed there. Oof.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
That Puma was a bit more effective than I think it should have been. Captured MG42 inside the garrison. Pak-38 in the region, but does get itself reviewed by the Grenadier model. Pak-38 does get a good hit there on the Greyhound. He's going to try to circle around, damage engine, which makes it very hard for him to escape on out there. And now we've got off-map power shoot onto the AT gun, but we do have the armor car here, which gets some good rear armor hits there. Can't take out the Greyhound. No 50mm upgrade. Maybe not a good idea to go into where the artillery barrage is at. And actually throwing some rounds into the building. some suppression is on these squads. Lord thinks that heavy machine gun, he tries to use suppressive fire from the rifleman to help suppress it some more. Oh, that's actually the Panzerschreck squad as well. Does get the capture the MG42 decrewed. Panzerfaust trying to charge him forward. He does have enough munitions for Panzerfaust. I think he's firing. Yep, saw munitions go down. And does get the hit there, but doesn't get the kill there. And there goes the armored car to the AT gun.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Rifleman may go down to the MG42, but Colonel's reloading. The Rifleman squad will manage to escape on out of there. This Rifleman squad still suppressed and getting hit by the MG42 now. The two engineers, they're going to be preparing up the armor car. Still not enough munitions for manpower blitz. And nor any tech ups. Going for another armored car. And will find this landmine. Does take out one of his own models with that on the MG team. But that's why you don't really want to charge in all the time, because you never know when there's always a landmine there. Rifleman has captured up this munitions point here. We do have this munitions point being captured up as well, which is very important for the Wehrmacht player, because he really wants some manpower blitz.
Puma, taking fire!
Armor car making its advance towards this MG42, trying to displace it. Engineers have deployed out a landmine right there. You may have saw the engineers, could give me an idea there could be a landmine there. Panzerschreck squad eyeing to get inside of the house. Fires, gets a hit there. Eventually could rush forward with save with some stun grenades in the building. Greyhound getting some good hits there onto the MG42. And the garrison right there does some Panzerschreck hit there. Does not create a new window from the fire from. We do have the Volksranger behind the heavy cover there. Likely, it's hard to say who actually will win that fight. Rifleman squad making an advance. I wonder if he has sticky bombs now available. It doesn't look like it. Nope, he does. The sniper has received some fire there. He is not defensive. He doesn't have the free MG42 pinto mounts on his ability.
Losing a sector.
Greyhound's going to make his advance, maybe trying to hunt down that armored car now. And here comes the armored car now. It's fully immobilized. No, it's no longer immobilized. I see the wheels are no longer red. Panzerfaust does connect with the rear. Another Volkswagen is advancing. Does receive a hit there. The Pioneers are trying to keep it alive. He may just save up. He does use manpower, but he's actually out of munitions. And here comes the Stug. Stug lines up a shot.
One of our sectors has gained momentum on the field.
Does roll a miss, however.
We are losing ground. Forward supply lines are broken.
He's trying to pursue that armored car. There was that landmine right here, so he could potentially find that. The Rifleman squad getting some good damage in the region, and he will find the landmine, which will save the Greyhound from being hunted down. Captured Pack 38 will get a shot off as well, and does not get any additional hits there. Rifleman here has the Panzerschreck. Gets a direct hit there. The Stug could go down.
One of our snipers is down.
Wehrmacht sniper does get sniped there. Must not been camouflaged. Panzerschreck lines up a shot, fires, and misses. Volksgrenadiers and regular Grenadiers need to start running down that Rifleman. Does receive a pen there, but gets a main gun destroyed crit. He can still potentially save it. but his response to trying to save it has been a bit slow. Sticky Bomb was thrown and does not get the kill. And that's why I hate the crit system. That should, honestly, that should just be dead, but it's not. More US landmines are on the ground. We've got the Grenadier inside of the garrison. Armor car is being repaired up before the Stug.
Engaging targets!
Sniper and Stug has been... Another Stug has been pointed out. Fresh Sniper has been redeployed. 0 kills, maintain camouflage, so... It could potentially be very sudden for the US player, getting his own sniper sniped. Oh yeah, apparently that is you. Landmine right here, which could potentially find the Stug. Greyhound is advancing. This Stug is still severely wounded, but its main gun is repaired. But the Greyhound could potentially go around the rear armor, kill it off, but there's just way too much fire in this region. Let's receive another shot from this Stug as well. He's trying to go for the MP42. The Stug does miss right here. This Stug does fire, rolls, and miss as well. The pack gun does get decrewed. Stug trying to line up a shot. Does get a main gun destroyed crit there onto the Greyhound. And to make this advance, this armor car could also advance as well. That is the Panther Strike squad there, and does get sticky bombed. And we got a damaged engine crit there. With the Wehrmacht sniper around and the MG42 as well, I don't think that Stug will go down.
We're losing territory.
Greyhound main gun is still damaged. Fresh, no, that's not the fresh US sniper. It only has 4 kills, so it's not exactly very well experienced, to say the least. Another motor pool, another thing being deployed by the motor pool. Blah, I can't speak today. Not pack. AT gun. Okay, my mind's starting to get fried. I don't know why. But let's keep the Wehrmacht player selected, just so we can see when he uses manpower blitz. A lot of resources saved up. Maybe go for the next battle phase and bring out some Panzer IVs, Ostwinds, and things of that sort. You know against infantry doctrine, so he knows potentially for fighting against M2s. And the amount of Greyhounds he's been killing off, so it's likely you're not going to be fighting any Sherman tanks or M10s in nearby future. So going for some Panzer IVs, Ostwinds wouldn't be half bad.
Ready for orders. Good as new. Field repairs complete.
And the engineers with the minesweepers do fall back. Not sure if there's any mines for them to sweep over there.
What are your orders?
Rifleman and sniper in this region. Ooh, a bunker. It's going to be a repair bunker or casualty recovery bunker? Based on its positioning, I think it's going to be a repair bunker.
Veterancy gained.
Vet 1 vehicles, very understandable. That is a US landmine, in which the Grenadiers may find it on their retreat. Looks like they will... Wait, was there a landmine there? He must have cancelled it. That may have not been fully built.
Puma. We're at a full complement. The armored right of the Reich is at your service.
Stokes making their advance. We do have the Flamer engineers here. And there's also another US landmine here, which could be very important if he goes down this direction. But does spot this landmine being built, gets it destroyed, and does get a sticky bomb off on the armored car, but that could allow the Stokes to push on forward to take on that Greyhound. The armored car should just stay in the region, not much he can do anyways. The Greyhound is body blocking the armored car, but also same thing in return. Does getting shots off as well. Got the battle phase completed. Does take out the armored car. Still no shots onto that Greyhound. Jeez. Repair station has been deployed. We do have the manpower blitz. Like you see, the Panzer Command being deployed out very soon, so we may be able to find some of the heavier vehicles, such as Panzer IVs. He is right now 3 Stugs, just more than plenty. Maybe Ostwind. Ostwind wouldn't be half bad. But now we got... Wait. Where did all these Greyhounds come from? Wait. Was that from Off-Map Combat Group? Did he get 2 Greyhounds from Off-Map Combat Group? I think he may have got 2 Greyhounds from the Off-Map Combat Group. What the hell? Pack gun will get flanked. He does have a Stug for each Greyhound. No Panzer Command being deployed at the moment. Nebelwerfer actually has been deployed. Does get damage engine on one of these Stugs. So 2 of them do have damage engine. Could make a easy pickings for these Greyhounds. But the more Stugs they are, the harder it is to encircle all of them. Does get a damage engine crit there on the Greyhound. Does decrew the Nebelwerfer, and now the Greyhounds are just advancing on forward. This shook the not damage engine trying to respond, but these Greyhounds could run around in circles with them. These 2 are sort of just... This one does not... No longer has a damage engine. Needs to get that one back at home. Another Stug to support the Stugs.
The enemy has 300 points.
One of the Greyhounds do go down.
Taking our base.
The MG bunker is getting some minor damage from the Greyhound.
Reserves hold an assault force for us.
Now you can pull out some Stugs to support his Stugs.
Stug assault gun is lost in action.
Ooh, and lost one of his Stugs, probably to the Panzerstreck on this squad. Losing Panzerstreck can be very, very nasty. Got an unupgraded bunker here. Likely we'll see a sticky bomb or 2. Got off-map Howard to shoot onto this building. Going for some stun grenades there with this Volksgrenadier. Getting some great stuns there.
The Yankees are grabbing our territory.
Another Greyhound does go down. Pack 38 getting some good hits in as well. Panzerstreck heads into this back of this Stug. This Stug does well bounce apparently on the Greyhound. And the Greyhound does go down. This one's seen quite a bit of fire there. Inches completely destroyed. Time to wish you had this bunker actually upgraded for MG. Their Stug is still alive, but barely. AT gun being circled. And that one does go down there. He's out of Volksgrenadiers.
We are losing territory.
Main gun destroyed there onto the Stug. Sniper, US Sniper somehow was right there, and somehow he put it right there. Another Panzerstreck shot there onto the Stug. Needs a bit more manpower for a manpower blitz. He could desperately need at the moment. Nothing else being deployed at the moment. US, actually, Wehrmacht Snipers where his current manpower is at. Trying to run away from the sticky bombs. AT gun still in the region. And the US Sniper is still was right there. Quickly takes out that fresh Wehrmacht Sniper. And looks like Wehrmacht player has cast in GG. That was a bit chaotic. I probably wouldn't surrender just yet. The Wehrmacht player could get back in. This log, that sniper can't. He can't salvage the wreckages.
Our forward supply lines are
He's able to salvage some of the wreckages. He maybe will get back in the game, but right now he just needs Panzer IVs.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Yep, and they're just chatting for the rest of the game. Fast forward a little bit. Yep. Was that Spanish there? No.
Base is taking fire. The Yankees are
I don't know why. Sometimes it seems like all the
supply lines are broken. We have
foreign
damage
languages
to our
sort of
network
mixed up with
supply.
each other, but that looks like, I think it's German? I don't know. By the way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's see now, this one is good. Let's see. Yep, I think that was the replay that one person submitted in. Yep, I thought it was German. I just saw also Nueve, and I thought that was Spanish. Yeah, when I see one word, I think Spanish, even though the rest of it just clearly was German. But let's go to this replay here. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. I spawn on the north side as a Brits. We have Balu Biter, probably pronounced horribly by me. Spawn as teammate as the US player with Run Into My Skills. Spawn on the south side as the Panzer Elite player, we have Max. And spawning as the other Panzer Elite player, we have Thecking. Looks like one of them's maybe having some lag issues.
Listen up, you sorry lot.
We're ready. Get us to the farm. Captured. Standing by.
Let's see now.
Ready to roll.
Do you have a second infantry section here? No, Lieutenant second or first. Depends what you consider first and second being deployed out versus the squad already out in the field. Captain Grad going around capturing up this fuel point apparently. Panzer Grenadiers coming rushing to support as well. Maybe trying to deny this point in order to prevent it from being locked down by the Brit, but we do have this guy not capturing the point actually. There it goes, now it's capturing it up.
Yes, sir.
Scope rifles will spot the Kettengrad, and he can't knock around the Kettengrad like a Kettengrad knocks around an intersection. Panzer Grenadiers rushing forward as well. There's heavy cover right there, which is a good hard point for the Axis players or the Allies, whoever can get there first. And that point will be captured up by the Panzer Grenadiers. He perhaps could use designated marksman once he gets enough munitions on the Panzer Grenadiers to quickly try to displace them. Looks like the non-scope rifle squad is, of course, very slow. G43 squad advancing as well, and these intersections are not behind any sort of cover. Over down here, we've got the riflemen engaging the Panzer Grenadiers, or primarily the Kettengrad, at point-blank range. And might as well perhaps try to does take out the Kettengrad there. Very nice. Over here, we do have the Bren carrier now deployed on out. May want to hop in one of these squads from the open ground. Looks like going to try to force it out of cover. But with a heavy cover there, it prevents him from crushing the heavy cover. It would be a really, really strange sight seeing a Bren crushing a gigantic tree like that either way. Engineers here are going to get overwhelmed by the 3 Panzer Grenadiers. And we do have the Jeep here, but that's just way too much firepower against them. The HQ command truck is now being packed on up. Riflemen being reinforced. Second Rifleman squad should be on its way out. I don't think that's going to be a second Jeep. Now he has 2 Rifleman squads, should be able to help engage these Panzer Grenadiers. Bren carrier coming in forward as well. Will knock around the Kettengrad. I think the Kettengrad was going to try to knock around the infantry section. On the right side, we got these Panzer Grenadiers in open ground. The Jeep's going to make his advance. The Riflemen are going to be eyeing some of this heavy cover in the region as well. Jeep's going to knocking around the Panzer Grenadiers, which not only gets them out of cover, but also interrupts them from firing, reducing the damage output. And doing some great focus firing on this squad right here. He will falls back with it.
Contact report. Enemy vehicle has been knocked out.
Kettengrad has gone down. Best to use Bergentiga. They're covered immediately. Panzer Grenadiers are getting knocked around a bit more by the Jeep, and the Riflemen are going to be sticking around this heavy cover. Should be able to displace that one inside the garrison, no problem. While the one outside the garrison is, of course, unable to fire. One model's only been able to fire consistently, while the other two are just getting knocked around. Panzer Grenadiers below half health, and we're not able to set up a forward HQ if he was planning that. Let's switch up the Panzer Grenadier player. No, it's not in sector, so he won't be able to deploy out the forward HQ. Over on the left side, we've got the Bren carrier loaded up with some infantry section. 4 men for 4 slots of guns. These rifleman squads should push his way forward. I think he may be trying to get inside the garrison, but he's actually doing a good job actually pushing them into the open for the rifleman squad. But he does get back inside the garrison, and those squads are very, very low in health. And with the Bren carrier here, it's likely that this guy's going to doesn't even hit the retreat button before it gets wiped. This one needs to retreat back immediately. Don't stay around. You're prone to being wiped at this moment. There's a Bren carrier right next to you. You have to retreat back immediately if you're that low in health. A good chance that the squad will get wiped out. Yeah, it didn't even make it. It didn't make that far. Over here, we do have fresh Kettengrad push his way forward, and will be pushed his way back immediately. We also got a scoop rifle squad in a slit trench here. Now we do have the field support truck deployed on out. And the HQ command truck are in the middle of the map right here. He's repairing up the Kettengrad. Of course, it just takes a bit of time to buff out all the scratches. And a fresh US landmine here, which could be very useful. Just for all the 2-2s now coming around. I wonder if you spot the landmine being built there. Of course, a Jeep with 30 cal is not great versus a 2-2. We got some incendiary grenades being thrown here. He does get back in there, the Scuttle Trench. And trying to pull out some more slit trenches there, but gets ripped apart. Of course, the slit trenches are absurdly durable, and squads inside of it. Skulls immediately when he saw the incendiary grenade thrown. Does use a suppressive fire ability from the G43, slowing down even the retreat state, and the armor card there, trying to get some extra shots in. Though he still has two models remaining, he may be able to skip on out there. Bren carrier almost killed, body blocked himself. Does get buttoned, but does blitz away. Maybe a good idea to throw the officer in the back of the Bren carrier so it doesn't get picked off randomly. Does use the casualty clearance station for some healing. Got multiple armor cars now advancing on his location. The US player needs to send over some support. Even the Jeep can be reasonable versus the armor cars, something I found out from another replay. Rifleman pushes his way forward with the bar upgrade. Intersections making their advance. Intersections are supported by the officer. They will have quite a bit of effectiveness with that officer nearby. But the armor cars are not even taking out the cover. And we got a munitions half-track here. And that is from the other player as well. Interesting.
Germans are trying to overrun one of our strategic locations.
Gotta love when you see a unusual unit like that. Because you know they have something special in mind with it. Ooh, these guys are just getting ripped apart at beyond max range.
Contact reports show the German vehicle was knocked out in that last skirmish.
Ooh, a lot of damage on those intersections, but he is going to recover a lot of casualties there. P8's loading the back of the Bren carrier, trying to engage. Potentially could button the vehicles as well. And the bolt-action rifles of the intersection of the sappers are not half bad as well. I think they are actually equal to the Tommy, it's just that the squad has less members, but more utility in different upgrades. Vampire pushes way forward, does camouflage right there, sapping all that munitions income. I'm not sure what that was. It may have been a landmine there. Oh wait, they're back against Panzer Elite. That wouldn't be a landmine there. Unless that was a US landmine being detonated by stray fired. PS do roll a miss there. Second PS squad apparently has been deployed.
Capture complete.
Oh, munitions abstract can lay down normal landmines? I completely forgot about that. Yep, there's the regular landmines. I'm just so used to when I see landmines as Panzer Elite, it will be Teller mines. I completely forgot about that.
Capture complete, sir.
It just feels like some of it just can be very backwards. Panzer Elite Schimwagen can lay down landmines as with tank destroyer tactics? Huh, I did not know that. I knew they can lay down the incendiary traps when it's like the scorched earth.
Extended line. Move.
Just lost a
Brand carrier does go down.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
P8 squad, we've forced them back. We've got some tank busters deployed on out. And now these armored cars may be trying to pursue them back home, trying to get some extra bleed. Got a lot of casualties being covered. There's going to be a free infantry section. Maybe we can deploy out Slit Trench over here. Over here, the Jeep's now under fire. Does find a US landmine there. And that may have been a squad wipe of some sort right there as well. Armored cars making advances of another US landmine right there. Doesn't get a whole lot of fire onto that armored car. 3 armored cars in this region. This guy is falling on back and got the intersection now advanced with the support of the lieutenant. Trying to lay down some slit trenches, perhaps for the P8 squads. Light ATF track has been deployed on out.
Bloody hell, they've zeroed in on us. Suck off the heavy cover, sir.
You've got some light half-track shots here. The bars could push on the way forward to get some minor damage onto it. Of course, then probably leave them exposed to some autocannon fire. The Vampire half-track has been forced back.
The enemy is down to 200 points.
Target secured. No hunts yet.
Build complete. Ready for whatever else you've got.
Suppressive fire.
Oh. That's why P8 sounds land at the same time.
CP ready for combat. Unit capture complete, sir.
And all those camouflage P8s does miss all the shots though. Not going to ambush does if you can't even hit your shots. Does get some shots there as well. We do have these Panzer Grenadiers advancing. One has a Panzer Strike. Tank Buster is here as well. And a captain is inside this garrison, providing some good spotting for these forces. Captain is receiving a bit of fire. Does fall back with both those squads now.
Seers have what they need to call in artillery.
Oh, it does use the designated marksman there, trying to go for the squad wipe. And he does not get the kill there. Armor cars coming to retaliate. And he's not being ran down this moment. Ooh, bit of friendly fire damage there. And does find a landmine there. We do have some slit trenches here, not loaded up with PS, just loaded up with regular guys, which they can, of course, absorb some shots there. As well as some incendiary grenades there. Throwing out 2 is definitely overkill. 1 is more than enough to force in the scuttle of the trench. Multiple US landmines deployed out right there. None over here. I think maybe we can burned up a little bit by that incendiary effect as well.
Lads have completed the slit trench. Accurate.
Going for another incendiary grenade with the tank buster. And here we go. All these guys are sprinting on forward thanks to the support of the captain and the lieutenant. And he is in friendly sector, so the captain is able to provide some good defensive buff. Maybe Michael, the captain, go over here as well to provide this entire road with this buff. But all this heavy covers are there is also another good option. Riflemen make their advance as well, relying on heavy cover. And we got a US forward, artillery of some sort. I think that's going to be Royal Artillery. Officer Artillery now being called on in. But I was going to say before, we do see a very rare forward HQ by the US player. Hetzer making his advance as well. Another very rare asset, the Martyr. I suppose it's not exactly super rare. It's just very uncommon. It's just that we're seeing a lot of unique stuff deployed on out. Multiple good Piet hits there onto the Hetzer.
Continue the attack.
And the US player has been a bit passive this entire game. Put a bunker inside a trench. I don't know why that just seems funny to me. And it looks like one of the Wehrmacht players may have... I mean, the bars haven't really made a huge difference in this game. I feel like this flank wasn't really attacked quite so often. It looks like one of the Panzer League players have backed out of the game. And the other one's backing out of the game soon enough as well. So let's go and just fast forward. And we got kangaroos. Aww! More rare things we don't see all too often. Too bad this game had to go end. I suppose the VPs were counting down quite quickly. Either way, that's Andgrade saying thank you for watching. And on to the next replay. Let's see now. This one was the replay. Let's go with this one. Let's go for 1v1. Greetings everyone, Andgrade here with another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the right side as the Wehrmacht player, we have Techno. Spawn on the left side as the US player, we have Diamondback. Some other reason when I think of that, I think of TF2, the one spy revolver known as Diamondback. Get guaranteed crits if you kill buildings. Pioneers, looks like triple Pioneer opener, like the last one's probably go, oh nope, this second one's going to go for the Wehrmacht quarters. This Pioneer's going for the cutoff point, and then perhaps maybe eyeing some of these points over here. Could make towards a central munitions point. Over here we've got two engineers and two what appears to be likely a rifleman. Could be a jeep, but I'm guessing rifleman.
They finished building.
And it looks like these engineers or pioneers going to eye for capture the other flanks for their resources. So he is heading eye for this area here. Could throw down some wire beforehand here and here. And looks like he's actually avoiding the point and going straight for wire here. He's going to be wiring it up, but not to explode. Just simply to be very sharp and cutty.
Pioneer team ready.
Fire is in place.
And he's not capturing that fuel point just yet, just ordered a rally over there. Nope, he is capturing it up.
Prepare for duty.
Location captured.
You need any construction? We've captured a fuel supply.
And there's the sound of my heater turning on. I need to turn that thing off when I'm recording and casting and streaming. Lots of wire being deployed on out.
Fire is ready.
And it looks like he's going to make a triangle shape back to the MG.
Sandbags are in. We have the victory point.
Volksgrenadiers here.
Riflemen making their advance. We may see the first engagement of the game. Nope. Just out of range from each other.
Volksgrenadiers displaced! We're taking too much fire!
Fresh Schimwagen deployed on out.
Tell us who to shoot!
Schimwagen's now taking the fire, allowing the Volksgrenadiers perhaps engage successfully at long range. Maybe push a little bit farther forward. Should be in range if he pushes forward right here. Yep, he will be. Riflemen behind heavy cover, Volksgrenadiers behind heavy cover, and the Schimwagen's getting some good damage as well while absorbing most of the fire, which is relatively good that the Schimwagen absorbs fire because that can repair it up, while the health of the Volksgrenadier can be a bit harder to come by. A fresh set of Volksgrenadier has been deployed on out. Down south, we've got the Engineers. We've got it double wired up here. The Engineers, of course, can cut that. Schimwagen is going to repair it up. Now it's at fully repaired. Fresh set of Volksgrenadier behind the heavy cover as well, but we've got some more riflemen here as well. It's going to be prolonged engagements in the center of the map. Also, you don't really see this all too often in the center of the map here. Most of the time, the first engagement comes along the flanks. Not right there. More tank traps being deployed out by the Wehrmacht player.
What do you need?
And this Volksgrenadier squad does fall back, and ripped apart thinks that netted ground right there when he fell back. Engineers getting some good damage there onto the Schimwagen. And Volksgrenadier are still behind heavy cover there, sustaining quite a bit of fire. Got a fresh MG42 deployed and out. And this rifleman squad could also go behind the heavy cover there for more of his firing line. Engineers and Pioneers are both inside these buildings, both of them a bit wounded. But the Schimwagen is coming to engage the Engineers here. But maybe reloading at the moment. Volksgrenadiers eyeing to fall back a little bit towards this heavy cover, just trying to maintain their range. MG42 here has been set on up, maybe trying to draw them into the MG42 to suppress them.
Pioneers have seized objective. No enemy in sight. We are not ready for heavy combat.
Attention. The enemy advances.
What now?
Rifleman here still has all 6 of their models, but they're all quite wounded, so some of these bursts here can start picking off some models.
Capturing the sector.
Deploying out some heavy sandbags as well, some heavy cover.
What do you want?
Engineers have received quite a bit of fire as well. Engineers does lose another model there to the Schimwagen. The Volksgrenadiers are pushing their way forward, but the riflemen are behind heavy cover, and they're both quite wounded. The rifleman more so, but the heavy cover there should be a win out, but he's pulling out some heavy cover of his own. Does drop a model there, sitting quite a bit of fire there, trying to build up those sandbags. Over here, we've got the Pioneers pushing their way forward. We've got a Flamer Pioneer. The other Pioneer is severely wounded.
Incoming gunfire. Volksgrenadiers
Our
hold
forward
steady.
supply lines are broken.
Hey, rookie, think you can handle it?
Over here, Volksgrenadiers have been reinforced and he pushes his way forward. We've got a battle phase going on up. And now here comes a nice flank by a Flamer Engineer, getting some great damage in there, forcing back the Rifleman.
Point captured.
This, however, Flamer Pioneer will need to fall back relatively soon, because with his forces nearby, he can get easily overwhelmed. Sniper has been pulling out, getting its first kill onto the Rifleman. Flamer and Pine Rifleman are going to be charging forward against the Sniper. He will need to fall back relatively shortly. That was not squad wipe, the last model still up there. Flamer Pioneer and MG42 getting some great damage on these forces, forcing them all back. The Pioneer is quite wounded now, down to this last model.
Raw ingenuity. I hope our boys play it good. Yeah. Hey, you guys. Fucking have a center.
Ready.
Campcraft Center has been completed, likely eyeing for some infantry up Vector C.
Look, see ya. 42.
Infantry 42 is out of range as well. The Shimbogen does get a nice burst there onto the Rifleman. And right now with the negative ground, we should be sustaining a lot more damage.
We are prepared for heavy combat.
Riflemen and engineers making their way forward. There is a minesweeper on this engineer. Don't think we've seen any landmines just yet, but having one deployed out is not necessarily a half bad thing. Speaking about landmines, there's a landmine.
What are your orders?
We do have a half-track being deployed on out from the Kriegsberg, so likely eyeing for some reinforcements. I doubt it's going to be a Flamer half-track. MP40s have been upgraded on the Volksgrenadier. I do love that upgrade.
Under fire, my sword.
And the Sniper does get a good kill there.
Taking fire.
Flamer Engineers pushing the way forward, but we'll run the MP40 Volks. There's going to be a lot of damage from both sides. While the models getting burned up a bit there. Flamer Pioneers are covering the flank, allowing the Shimbogen to knock them around for more Flamer bursts. Both the Flamer Engineers are suppressed. One of them does get fully wiped there. Flamer Pioneer will fall back, but may get wiped out himself. MP40 Volk squad needs to get farther forward and does lose a Shimbogen right there. The MP40 Volk could get inside the garrison, but no, but the Rifleman does. And with the reinforcement half-track here, he should be able to get these MP40 Volks constantly firing against these forces, dealing lots of damage. If he does fall back, he needs to get behind that heavy cover there. There's a Wehrmacht landmine there, which could be very important very soon, but could detonate, killing off a lot of his own Volksgrenadiers as well. But gets ripped apart things at negative ground here, while the Riflemen inside this garrison will need to fall back relatively shortly because they're quite wounded as well. Sniper does get a good hit there, and doesn't look like there's any landmine on the retreat path either.
As ordered.
On the right side, we got the Kriegsberg, Wehrmacht quarters. Over here, we do have just the barracks. It looks like another Rifleman being deployed now. It could be for a Jeep since he saw that Sniper. Or it could be an upgrade of some sort. Let's switch over to the US player. Sticky bombs, actually, before the half-track. Flamer Pioneers, or Flamer Engineers engaging the Volksgrenadiers. It looks like the light cover there of for the Engineers, allowing them to win out versus the MP40 Volks.
We're losing a point out there. Composition B is in. Troops are now in state.
Half-track has been loaded on up. I think it's still loaded up with a Grenadier squad, Volksgrenadier. Yep, a 4-man Volksgrenadier is inside the half-track, and a great grenade there onto the garrison. Does wipe out the MG42 entirely. Half-track has been pointed out. He may get a sticky bomb off here. The half-track itself can provide suppression, give him enough time, but he will get off a sticky bomb there. Frag grenade there from the Grenadiers, getting a great hit there. All these forces could potentially get wiped. Throws out his own grenade there, getting a good amount of Volksgrenadier models. Sticky bomb does connect. It does get a damaged engine there. With the suppression there, that rifleman's now fully pinned there. Grenadiers do recover from their own suppression, but they're severely wounded, largely thanks to that flamer burst. Trying to rush forward onto that sniper, but gets annihilated. Completely blows up. The cutoff point has been decaptured, denying the income from this munitions point. And from this munitions point.
Grenadiers!
Grenadiers could use some medical supplies, are a bit low, and the chance of a combat in that sector is very likely very soon.
Yeah, half-track, ready.
Supplies taken. Pass the word back. Jawohl.
And now have the assault phase deployed on out. Now you can get out a Sturmarmory. So we may see a Nebelwerfer. I don't know why, but Nebelwerfer seems likely to me at this point. Though likely we'll probably see armor car. Either one of the Nebelwerfer or armor cars. Grenadier squad is falling him back. Does dodge the grenade that was thrown. Rifleman squads forcing back the Volks Grenadiers.
We're losing a sector.
And now Half-Track is receiving another sticky bomb there. Its damaged engine's already damaged, so does it get more damaged engine? Does not. And the MP40 folks here can do some great damage. They're close range, but not getting focus fire down. And does get a destroyed engine crit there, but he can't get gunned down there. It does gun down.
Half-track unit is kaput. We are losing ground.
Times you wish you didn't lose that MG42.
Volks Grenadiers here.
And wish you had more MP40 Volks in that region. But you will be going to cutoff point for his, against his opponent now.
What are your orders?
He has deployed out a fresh MG42, seeing how much his opponent blobs up. It's probably a good idea. Perhaps deployed a raid around here to provide good covering fire from this region.
Enemy advances.
We do have some Wehrmacht landmines that were not discovered from earlier.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory out of supply.
Nothing being deployed from the Sturmarmory nor from the Kriegsberg. More Panzerk shots into the heavy cover. And it looks like this Rifleman squad with 4 members is capturing up that VP. Looks like he's gone for a bit more of a heavy cover around this area. And more sniper shots are now raining on in. Rifleman tries to frag grenade there, Buzz does cancel it. Greyhounds make his advance. We do have armor skirts. 50 cals likely on the way soon. Panzerk is going to be prioritizing the Greyhound, but does roll and miss there, hitting the heavy cover. Down south, we do have the MP40 Volks engaging the Riflemen. Looks the MP40 Volks will win out long range. Will not get wiped out there. More of the heavy cover is now cleared out, so likely, hopefully the next shot would actually hit. Either it seems like Panzerk just annihilates everything, or they just miss all the time, because that was another miss of the Panzerk, and the Panzerfaust does come forward. Finally gets a hit there. And he's not responding. He needs to fall back. Does get a kill there on one of the models there, allowing him to back away safely. This Volksgrenadier squad has picked up a bar, very nice, and we do have a mine that was swept there.
We try our best.
Casualty clearing station has come on forward. MG42 does find some good suppression there. This casualty is the first one they've already recovered. It's going to be salvaging up the wreckage over there, which I believe was a Schimwagen. And it looks like the Minesweepers do get forced back by the MP40s. We got a fresh, no, not fresh sniper. That's 20 kills on that sniper. And I think I just saw a Stug deployed on out. Yes, we do have a Stug now on the field. Sitting up over here would be quite nice. MG42 is set up on more forward position as well.
Folks, grenadiers under fire.
And my landmine's been deployed on out as well. Very nice. Maybe we should put Stug over here to allow him to start engaging up north. Though he does have to worry about his own tank trap there. I'm not sure if there's enough room there to traverse. Vet 1 tank's coming on out, so the Stug should soon be at Veterancy 1. Do we see any veterancy on the infantry? We do see Vet 1 infantry, no Vet 1 support units. Armor car has been deployed on out as well. Only one casualty has been recovered.
Gained.
Does roll a miss there. And now the rifleman squads are getting suppressed there. These rifle forces are pushing the way forward, and we do have the 234 advancing. It does throw out a stick grenade there, getting some good damage. This rifleman is at Veterancy 2. We've got the sniper here, 1 kill, so he does know about it. The Wehrmacht sniper does fire. US sniper does not fire quickly. Oh no, it's still being revealed. But does not get the shot off there. Even now the sniper just finally gets recamouflaged. Greyhound does get a good kill there. Pendrick does not manage to fire in time.
What now?
Hans Faust fires, and Stroke does roll a miss there. Hans Faust is now firing now. Getting a good hit there. Stroke does roll a miss, however. Rifleman now charging forward. May seek sticky bomb there. The Stug needs to charge on forward, but allows the Greyhound to circle around and hit the back of the Stug. The Stug's just going to just run away. And now he's taking a bad path back at home. He may be able to get a sticky bomb off. Another good rear armor hit there. Armor cars now make his advance. We got Propaganda War, so Terror Doctrine has been selected. So the US player do have off-map power shoots well, so it's infantry versus terror. Greyhound does roll a miss there. MP40 Volks now advancing. US sniper is camouflaged there, does uncamouflage there. Frag grenade does come out, but they flinch from the Greyhound, prevented them from getting good kills.
Back in the fight.
Do we see a tank depot? No tank depot deployed on out. And a frag grenade thrown, but mostly more damage to himself than onto the MG42. That is a medic there. Sniper still looking around. Let's switch back to the Wehrmacht player. See how many casualties left. Yeah. Once this casualty gets covered, he will have a free grenadier. We have another armor car being deployed on out. Pendrick squad does get a good hit there, but he is quite wounded. Sniper, US sniper could potentially get a shot off, and follow-up shot from Greyhound could potentially get the wipe.
Field repairs complete.
Veterancy gained.
And now have Vet 1 vehicles. Ooh, and there goes that medic. The other medic will be rushing on forward soon.
Capturing a sector. Okay, Grenadiers. Welcome to the squad.
Taking from the western field.
Rifleman will get sticky bomb. No, they will not get the sticky bomb off on the armored car. And now they're going to sustain a lot of fire from it.
The bunker is ready for action.
We're taking fire now.
Greyhound's making his way forward. We may see a Panzerfaust up onto the Greyhound. Stugg's now advancing on forward. Armor car is going to start hitting some of the support infantry. Pack M1 AT gun has been pointed out, getting a good hit there on the armor car. Stug is advancing, trying to get that Greyhound. Does receive a bounce there from the AT gun. Grenadier squad is falling back. No. Ooh, 2 sticky bombs there. No Panzerfaust, nothing like that. Fully immobilized Stug, but luckily does have the frontal armor right here. AT gun does get decrewed there by the sniper. The sniper himself is down right there. Sticky bomb does come forward, takes out the Stug, and second sticky bomb was thrown as well, which will accomplish nothing. Greyhound may receive some Panzerfaust fire. No, it does not look like it will. Nor any 50mm fire. It does get the 50 cal temporary decrew, picking up the AT gun for himself, which is very good. He needs to get this guy retreated back. He's going to run straight into the AT gun here, and right now he's dancing around right in front of it. Uses the Puma to push his way forward. Does roll a miss there. It's going to get very messy very quick. He will find some good rear armor hits there. I'm not sure if he'll take 1 or 2 shots, or 2 or 3 shots to kill it. Does roll a miss there with the AT gun. Panzerfaust does connect. And that's with the one member there. Rolls another miss there. Greyhound does receive a hit. The autocannons should be able to save the AT gun from the rifleman, but he may receive some more fire. Looks like that's a repair bunker nearby. And does has a forced retreat there. Very nice.
Yeah, Puma here.
Heavy recon, ready for action.
We do have an M1 AT gun here. I was half expecting it to, when I looked down there being M2. And it looks like somebody else being deployed out there. Another AT gun, so he's setting up some AT guns to fire across the river. Another sniper shot there on the Pioneers. And we have a Panzertruck here. He's going to hop inside the church. Ready to, some police lighting from the windows. And the Grenadier squad is going to make a soft retreat away. May need a full... we'll manage to retreat away. Autocannon fire will help cover their retreat as well. They're quite wounded, but luckily their natural, very slow health regen can keep them in the fight for a little bit longer. Or can use some medical crates. 3 rifleman squads are here. Sniper shots into the Volks Grenadiers.
57 crew, ready for orders. Repairs complete, sir.
Riflemen are all getting suppressed by this MG42. Great placement there, or poor movement by the US player. Depends how you want to look at it.
Munition sector captured under fire. Just tell us what you need us to do.
Autocannons starting to make their way forward. And the MP40 Volks are here to support. They could perhaps rush forward through this direction to engage these forces and potentially find the sniper while at it. But probably the sniper will force him back. Can't rush in squads at one time with a sniper nearby.
We are losing a sector.
It's going to be eyeing to capture that munitions point. The sniper will pick them off one by one. The Grenadier does receive the next sniper shot there, which is good because that Panzertruck is a bit of a problem. Does roll a miss there with the Panzertruck. Nothing else been deployed out by the Wehrmacht. No levels of efficiency, nor any, what's it called, battle phases. And oh, here comes an M2. An M2 deployed out in the back of the base. And it looks like it immediately gets the decrew on the captured M1 AT gun. And losing that is actually quite important, because that's a pretty hard point. Allows them
down
not
to 300
needing to
points.
deploy out a Stug and on engage the Greyhound, though it could fly out his own Pack 38. Model being recovered, but does get sniped right there. And does actually leave the repair bunker exposed. Grenadiers sort of make their advance, but they will run the rifleman squad, so he won't be able to advance for too much farther. They do fall back there. And the casualty recovery bunker, let's switch back to the US or Wehrmacht player. It only has one casualty recovered at the moment. These rifleman squads still just trying to peek around, trying to find a good way to enter in. Got AT gun here and here, so he has split them up across the river. And we do know about the Warferman.
Over.
The Warferman could start barraging this general area once he finds a stationary target. I think that was a medic that gone down. Yep. Hans does connect there, but now the Greyhound is at efficiency 2. Has seen quite a bit of fire. Dropped 2 of them. Nope, he has 3 models, not 2. Rifleman squad will manage to fall back. AT guns making his advance as well. Getting a good hit there onto the Greyhound. Ooh, finds a landmine, suppressing the Volksgrenadiers, and that was a Wehrmacht landmine. Greyhound does go down to the AT gun. And now the autocannons should be able to be a bit more aggressive engaging these forces, but still will be worried about the AT guns and the sticky bombs, such as that one. Knight's Crossholders has been deployed now. Warferman getting a great barrage there. That may have been one of the best Warferman barrages I've seen. Net Warfers generally work better than Warferman's, but that was a great barrage there. Scoring 7 kills. Now he's going to be focused firing the destruction of the AT gun, and it has sustained quite a bit of fire from the Warferman. And now he can deploy out a Tiger tank as well, or King Tiger should say. Just needs a bit more manpower. The King Tiger may be a good idea just to lock down the central sector, allowing his scout cars just maintain the flanks, and perhaps allow them to put some pressure over here while having a very hard point here. Rifleman being reinforced. We do of course have a defensive landmine there, very nice. Only one M2 deployed on out. He's going for a tank depot now, likely for an M10 or a Sherman tank.
Requests approval for an all-out offensive.
Spire Assault's now available. He does have enough manpower for the King Tiger. He does have enough population as well. I would say go for it. Now is a great time for it.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Tiger tank's not being deployed now by a Panther. Stick grenade thrown. I suppose now's a good time for a Panther as well. He has the fuel for it. Save the King Tiger when he doesn't have the fuel for another tank. Maybe at this point also when a Panzer IV would be better than a Panther, since they have a bit more infantry effectiveness. Granted, we do have cast vision, seeing him going for a tank depot, so we know the Panther would be great in the future, but he doesn't have caster vision. Artillery onto that repair engineer. Knight's Crossholder does find a landmine there. They're severely wounded. They do fall back, though they have not dropped a model just yet. He will need one more casualty after this one to get a free squad.
Okay, location is ours.
And this Volksgrenadier squad will be falling back. Has not been able to capture this point here. Panther, of course, has 1 level of veterancy. No veterancy being researched at the moment. Looks like he has deposited the casualty right there. Far right here. He's getting some great damage there onto that rifleman. And here, Warfman barrage. Does destroy the garrison there. And that's about it. Those are starting to barrage this recovery bunker there. Does look near a landmine there. Volks Grenadiers and Grenadiers make their advance. The MP40 Volks is still alive, which is way back here, supporting the Knights Crossholders. Very nice. Throws out a stick bomb into the garrison. That's just a mine super squad that's really not worth it.
Veteran seek gain.
Vet 2 light vehicles have been researched, not Vet 2 tanks. Propaganda War knocks force back 3 squads. And Knights Crossholder and MP40 Volks now charging forward. We got Hellcat charging forward as well. Very congested bridge. The AT guns can push us way forward. Throws out a frag grenade there. Sends good around the armored car. Patrick does get a nice hit in as well. Does take out one of the armored cars there with the AT guns. One of the AT guns are facing the wrong direction as well. He could perhaps keep, since the armor cars now have diminishing returns, he perhaps could post it next to the other VP. But great Warfman barrage there, decrews both of the artillery, both the AT guns. Good sniper hit there. AT-gun has been reclaimed. Both of them can be reclaimed, but they are both of them a bit wounded as well. More artillery running on in the casualty recovery bunker. Medics are not out and about, so he's not recovering these casualties. These are out of range.
Pioneers have seized objective. No enemy in sight. The Blazmen, fall in.
Now unleash a firestorm on our enemy.
Firestorm's now
Yankees are
available,
grabbing our territory.
which could be very useful right here. Not only to deal damage, but the extra lingering fire effect could prevent the bridge from being traversed. Hellcat charging forward is at Veteran C1. Does receive a hit there by the Panther. Austin has been employed on out, so he will have some good anti-infantry assets, but he needs more Veteran C for the Austin one. And Veteran C wouldn't hurt the Panther either. Wehrmacht US sniper right here, 26 kills. Wehrmacht sniper, of course, long dead. And Volks Grenadier squad's falling back. Patrick does roll a miss there. And he's also getting suppressed and getting nailed by the Warfman barrage. Holy crap. That Warfman, 18 kills. Patrick does connect, takes out the Hellcat there. And Austin's now out in the field, getting some good damage on these forces. The AT guns, this one's decrewed, but not destroyed. The other one, I'm not sure where it's at. Right here. Austin's getting some great hits there, and now the autocannons come in support as well. Austin has the same bit of a beating there. Firestorm's now raining on in on top of the AT gun. It does get a direct hit there on the AT gun. The AT gun does get fully destroyed there. More and more rocket barrages raining on in on the riflemen.
Under attack!
Knights Crossholders are not being suppressed at the moment, but they will run to a lot of fire right there. Sniper will fall back, getting healed up by the triage center. Oh, it's only down half health, nothing too significant. Warfman barrage raining on in, and outright missing this time. Not all barrages can be amazing at this past game.
Taking fire. Requesting support.
AT gun does receive send a hit there onto the armored car, and we got a frag sick grenade there onto the AT gun. Largely gets dodged. Now we do have a lot of veterancy on the riflemen's now being accumulated, but he doesn't have anything really to engage these vehicles. He needs more artillery, if not more AT guns. We do have a Hellcat here, as well as a half-track. He doesn't need to worry about aircraft flying over. Ooh, and there goes recovery bunker, and I think the amount of plus kills there, I think a Grenadier just got deployed out and immediately got wiped, because that's two Grenadier models, 2 Volksgrenadier models. How many squads got wiped there? He's down a Volksgrenadier. He's down his MP40 Volks, so also wiped out the MP40 Volks. MG team will get decrewed, and he can claim that gun for his own usage. AT gun, however, does get decrewed again. And the Rifleman squad will need to fall back. Bunker here, perhaps based on his positioning, that could be a MG bunker.
Hey, new guy. Let me have your shit together.
It is a casualty recovery bunker. He can perhaps throw an MG. No, he doesn't have an MG anymore into the bunker itself.
Okay, location is ours. We're good. Behind the wire. Loaded. Panther taking fire.
Sniper does connect, getting some good damage there on the Knight's crossholders.
What do you need?
He may crush that model. It does get 2 of the models crushed there. Very nice.
Heavy recon here.
Heavy Panzer ready.
Still only 1 level of vehicle veteran seats for the Wehrmacht player. Rifleman charging on forward once again. Likely there's going to be a Warfman barrage in this region very soon. Does get damage there on the Panther thanks to a sticky bomb, but minor damage on these Rifleman squad. The Riflemen should be able to charge on forward, but they will have to run through the auto cannons of the Ostwind, the Flak, and the 234. Hellcats is on to make a charge. Does get a nice pen there. AT guns also advancing. We do have a off-map power shoot now raining on in the sector. Ostwind severely wounded. Does take out one of the repair engineers there. Propaganda war forces back those riflemen, allowing the Panther to get some good hits there onto the Hellcat. And right now it's getting body blocked by the Ostwind. And Panther does get a hit there, forcing out of control. He may have thought he had enough health, but he did not.
Those goddamn Shermans will open like tin cans now.
Probably thanks to these, the Ostwind's ability to do some penetrating hits. But, ooh, Main Gun Destroy does not get killed off there. And finds a landmine there as well, but Panther has plenty of health. Ooh, and the half-track is seeing quite a bit of fire there from the AT gun. And rolls a miss there. Autocannon trying to charge it forward, saves a Warfman. But it looks like the AT guns will take out these autocannon scout car. And there goes the scout car. Ostwind severely wounded, Panther's wounded.
Reporting.
He does have a second half track here, but not upgraded of anything at the moment. And here comes the Warfman barrage, largely missing this round as well. And now the repair bunker is under siege. Does get an AT gun shot off there, but doesn't get a pen. Sticky bomb does connect. Just damage, no more crits. Hellcat charging forward, trying to get to the side and rear armor of the Panther. but doesn't continue forward on the road. Panther's gun still trained on the Hellcat. Rotating his armor, which does prevent him from getting a pen there. Panther does roll a miss there. Try to act like a battleship with plunge and fire. Main gun destroyed there. AT gun is still far back here. And does get the kill there on the Hellcat. Unable to secure the kill. Maybe the artillery piece is going to be running on in now. Ostwind getting some great hits there. Veteran C2 on the vehicles. Nope, no artillery piece there. Does manage to throw a sticky bomb there on the Flak Panzer. Repair bunker still very much alive. The US player's down to 25 tickets. He's losing an awful lot of squads there. And there goes the repair bunker there. Casualty recovery bunker is still in the region. He still has a half track here. I'm not sure why he got him for the half track.
High command, Officer V1 Roger. You must choose the target.
V1 can now be deployed on out. If the amount of tickets that his opponents are lacking, could be a good time to go for the King Tiger now.
Jawohl.
Grenadiers, listen up.
Riflemen trying to make their advance. That's an unvetted Pioneer, so no vet support weapons. We do have the Grenadier and Volksgrenadier in this region. And he's searching forward for casualty. He needs 4 more casualties to get a free Grenadier. That's maybe the free Grenadier. Repair bunker has gone down. Artillery priest does connect and destroys the repair casualty recovery bunker. Wolfram and Barrage trying to eye for these buildings or these structures. That structure's AT gun. AT gun does get decrewed there by the Volksgrenadiers. And the Captain Infantry 42 is making his advance. Sniper is still in the region. US Sniper is up to 39 kills. And the Volksgrenadiers are rushing on forward. The Flak Panzer has been fully repaired.
Cowards attack our forward base.
Good hits there on those riflemen. Vet 2 Ostwind takes very little prisoners, while Vet 3 Ostwind takes no prisoners. Fresh Hellcat has been deployed on out, trying to eye for the Panther, who still hasn't been repaired, just now being touched. And this Grenadier is being sort of stuck there because this one model is stuck. Does fire some rear armor hits there, and while the frontal armor of the Panther is the only thing showing. Patrick does fire, misses, hits the hedge. And off my power shoots are raining on in. He may not realize this actually was under fire. He may have been focused on the center of the map. Yep, he is not paying attention. He may lose both of these, both the Panther and the Pioneers. I'm sort of surprised the Panther did not go down.
Okay, Volksgrenadiers, welcome to the squad.
Anti-air Panzer reporting. Over.
Good hit there onto the Ostwind. And Patrick does find the main gun of the Hellcat. The Hellcat should be able to run away. Takes the road, the extra movement speed will come in handy.
We're losing territory.
Rifleman here, owing for a frag grenade, does not get any kills there or hits there. MG42, captured MG42 inside the church. We'll give him some great hard point there. This player has 25 tickets, not a whole lot remaining, but enough to stay in the game. Anything above 0 is enough to stay in the game. Another frag grenade thrown. Does get one of the models there, the Volksgrenadier. Here comes a Warferman. Getting some great hits down the Rifleman. Does get a full squad wipe. And the light vehicles do have Vector C2 as well. Knights Cross Herders do get some suppression there. M1AT gun severely wounded. The gun itself is almost destroyed. He does have 2 half tracks. This one does not have the Warferman upgrade. Sniper may get the kill there on the Pioneer. Nope, he does not fire off a shot there. Also make his way forward, gain some good damage there onto the MG. Grenadiers on perhaps Iron for frag grenade as well. Yep, main gun destroyed there as well. Hellcat charging forward. Does throw out a frag grenade there. King Tiger deployed on out. Does not get the kill there on the MG. Offman power shoot onto the Ostwind. Maybe able to get the kill there. First round scattered up wide. King Tiger does. Patrick does get the kill there on the Hellcat, and the Ostwind manages to crawl out of that barrage. US Sniper could get killed off by the King Tiger. Does camouflage there. And there is a quad half-track upgrade now. One well-placed shot there on the AT gun, and it will get destroyed. And here comes the Warferman barrage. Somehow the MG still not dead. AT gun being repaired on up, which may withstand an additional shot. The church itself is almost destroyed, yet the AT gun managed to withstand a shot thanks to the repairs from the engineer. Infantry starting to push his way forward. The northern VP is still decaptured, so right now it's a neutral capture for both sides, which will favor the Wehrmacht player given enough time. Damage change there on the King Tiger. Riflemen trying to make their advance. Volksgrenadiers, not Volksgrenadiers, regular Grenadiers make their advance. Trying to go from the sticky bomb on the King Tiger. Also pushing his way forward as well. So just Vector C2 on some of these vehicles. Panther has full health, so perhaps could just attack moving up north here. And one well-placed shot on the church and it will go down. Warferman shot a barrage will likely finish off the church. Or not. It will just scatter all around the church. I swear, the Warfermen are just like, oh, either A, it's going to be really good, or B, not very good. Down south, we've got the Volksgrenadiers making their advance. There's a landmine here, as well as, of course, the MG bunker itself. Does fall back, finds a landmine, loses 3 models immediately to that landmine. And that Volksgrenadier will likely get wiped out. 1 model remaining, Rifleman right here. Yep, not even close. Church is still up. MG has been evacuated. The MG actually may have died before the Halha Church did, honestly. Another Warferman barrage getting some great hits there. No, that's a Firestorm. AT does get decrewed, and when these Riflemen start advancing forward, they will have to walk brave the fire. Sniper gets annihilated by the Panther. And now there's a capture against the US player, and with this point not being recaptured as well, there's soon going to be a double capture, and that will be game. The Riflemen here are trying to push forward to capture point, but that's game. He's not decapturing the point immediately. Rockman do drop a bar there, but at this point, it's over. Even if he gets that point decaptured, he needs to get it fully captured because the northern point is not being approached, but still being far from captured
We've
up.
lost a unit.
You can just cast a V1 on top of the VP
We are losing ground.
and propaganda war. And that's the end of the game. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.